Welcome friends to this version of Gita as Sadhak Sanjivani, inspired by the narrations of Swami Ramsukhdas ji. Swami Ramsukhdas ji was a revered saint of 20th century who devoted his entire life to explaining the Gita in simple, practical language. His most treasured work, Gita Sādhak Sanjīvanī, is not just a commentary, it is a lifeline for seekers. The word sadhak means a seeker, one sincerely striving to walk the path of truth. And Sanjivani means life-giving potion, something that revives and brings new life. Together, Sadhak Sanjivani means the life-giving essence of the Gita for seekers. It is a guide that shows how anyone, whether a student, a professional, a householder, or a renunciate, can apply the wisdom of Gita in daily life to overcome struggles, purify the mind, and walk towards liberation. But before we go deeper, let's remind ourselves of what Shrimad Bhagavad Gita means. Shrimad conveys sacredness, glory, and reverence. Bhagavad comes from Bhagwan, the divine, the Lord, the Blessed One, and Gita means song. So together it means the sacred divine song of God. It is called a song because these truths were sung as a poetic, flowing dialogue by Lord Sri Krishna to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. This song of wisdom is not meant just to be read, but to be heard, absorbed, and lived. You might be wondering, why this version? Why am I sharing it? And how might it help you? For years, I felt the Gita was profoundly valuable, a guide to meaning, purpose, and living, in tune with higher consciousness. Yet I kept getting stuck. I kept on asking, isn't Gita a religious book? I didn't want to be biased towards any one faith. If I had been born elsewhere, I would have followed a different tradition. How then could one religion be better than other? Over time, I realized the Gita transcends religion. It speaks of life, of universal truths, and of freeing ourselves from bondages. It's too vast, too complex, too time-consuming. Do I have that much of time? The 700 verse felt overwhelming. I told myself, I don't have the time and bandwidth at this time. I would come back to it later. And then obviously, I also wondered, whose interpretation should I follow? With thousands of commentaries on Gita, I froze instead of starting small and finding my own understanding. I stayed stuck for years. Then my life partner and close friend nudged me. My partner said, if Gita keeps calling you, answer it. And my friend reminded me, the purpose of life is to merge with the higher consciousness, the Paramatma. Everything else is a distraction. That's when I decided to return, simply and sincerely, to the Gita. The Bhagavad Gita is unlike any other scripture. It is not bound by religion, nation, caste, or creed. It speaks only of eternal truth, the self, the divine. It shows that bondage comes from attachment and aversion, while freedom comes through equanimity and union with the God, the higher consciousness. Through Karma Yoga, self-action, Jñāna Yoga, self-knowledge, and Bhakti Yoga, devotion, the seeker transcends limitations and realizes oneness with the Supreme. The Gita is, above all, a book of grace. Its wisdom brings peace, clarity, and liberation, guiding us swiftly to our highest self. Swami Ramsukhdas ji's version, Sādhak Sanjivani, resonates with me deeply because it is practical, not philosophical. He explains how the Gita is not about an external war from long ago, but about the daily battles within us. He guides to perform our duties sincerely without selfish desire, to transform everyday activities into worship by offering everything to God, to change our attitude rather than escape from the world, to trust that anyone at any stage of life can walk the path of liberation through selfless action, devotion, and surrender. In short, the Gita is about living spiritually here and now, turning family life, professional life, and even personal struggles into steps towards higher realization. then why am I sharing it? My intention is simple: to share my journey with my boys and with you. I believe every young person and every seeker should touch the wisdom of Gita to make life meaningful, purposeful, and to achieve one's true potential. If even one person benefits in a small way, this effort will be worthwhile. The Gita is a respected, timeless scripture. Let's approach it with humility and reverence. As I was guided once, let's begin with the Guru mantra. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Guru Deo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parat Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Meaning is, the Guru is like Brahma, who creates the light of knowledge within us. The Guru is like Vishnu, who sustains and protects us with wisdom. The Guru is like Maheshwar or Shiva, who destroys ignorance and ego. And the Guru is none other than the embodiment of the Supreme Reality. To that divine guide, I bow with reverence. May this wisdom shape our lives with clarity, strength, and purpose. How to read Gita? A gentle request. As you begin this journey, doubts may arise in your mind, such as, isn't Gita sound religious? Isn't Gita about olden times? Some parts of Gita don't make any sense, and similar more doubts. Allow yourself to stay open, have faith, give yourself an opportunity to see what unfolds it for you. On other note, go beyond seeing the Pandavas and Kauravas as mere characters. Think of the Pandavas as the higher virtues within us: truth, courage, discipline, righteousness, compassion. And the countless Kauravas represent ego, greed, anger, pride, jealousy, doubt, the forces that constantly challenge our higher values. Kurukshetra then is not just a battlefield in history. It is the battlefield within each of us, where right and wrong are always in conflict. In the Mahabharata, when Arjun sees his loved ones on both sides, he is filled with sorrow and confusion. He wonders, what is the point of killing our own people for a kingdom? He declares he will not fight. This inner crisis is the first chapter, the Arjuna's disillusionment. It is a mirror of human condition at the start of every inner battle. If you are already familiar with this background, you may begin directly with chapter 2, verse 2.1, where Lord Krishna begins to share his timeless wisdom. Remember, the enlightenment of the Gita begins where logic ends. Welcome and enjoy this sacred journey.